Hello and welcome to the history of Star Trek. Today's episode will be covering the EMH Mark II, and here we go. To address the flaws in the EMH Mark I, Dr. Zimmerman began to work on the EMH Mark II, a prototype of which was finished in time to be included in the sickbay of the USS Prometheus in 2374. While the Mark I's outward appearance was a copy of its inventor, a disillusioned Dr. Zimmerman changed the outward appearance of the Mark II. Furthermore, the patterns of behavior of the following versions were designed to be more pleasant and courteous. To achieve this, Zimmerman initially tried to improve on the programming of the Mark I, but eventually decided to create the Mark II from scratch. In addition to that, new ship designs like the Prometheus class enabled full mobility for the EMH as the whole ship was outfitted with holographic projectors. By 2377, the Mark II had been replaced by the Mark III, followed by the Mark IV. Neither the Mark III or IV programs were shown on screen, nor was it revealed what had happened to the Mark II. Background information. Actor Andy Dick was offered the role of the EMH Mark II after letting Brannon Braga know that he would be interested in making an appearance on Star Trek Voyager. Accounting for his acceptance of the role, Andy recalled, "It just seemed like such a great opportunity. I was a fan of Star Trek, but I'm not what you would call a regular viewer of any of the shows. I just thought it would be a challenge for me to do an episode." Andy Dick, who was best known for playing the character of Matthew in News Radio, was not entirely familiar with Star Trek. He prepared for his role by watching some episodes. Robert Picardo explained, "Clearly he had not seen the show before he got this episode, so he watched a few episodes and got an idea of the style of the show. Because he's on a situational comedy, and even though we were setting up to do a funny Star Trek episode, there's a certain style to our kind of performance that he wanted to acquaint himself with, which he partly did from watching the show." Indeed, although Andy Dick found that he extremely liked his Voyager character, he also found that portraying the EMH Mark II took him into unfamiliar territory. He said, "I was right in thinking it would be a challenge for me. It was completely different from what I've done before. I mean, there's no comparing how we do news radio to how they do Voyager. None. The characters are so different. It was really like taking a class in Trekkerism." Other difficulties caused by the fact that although Andy Dick normally wore glasses, he found that he couldn't do so here. He said of his Voyager appearance, "One of the strangest things about doing that is I couldn't wear my glasses. I was tripping down steps and bumping into things all the time. It was really funny." Andy Dick appreciated that he was made to feel welcome on the Voyager set. He reminisced that everyone was really nice to me, and I had a great time. A particular relationship that Andy Dick valued was with Robert Picardo. He said he helped me so much, getting me relaxed and helping me get that Star Trek jargon right. I don't think I could have pulled it off if he hadn't been there. Robert was hysterical. He's probably funnier than I am. He had me and the crew cracking up all day. Early in their relationship, Robert Picardo and Andy Dick teased each other about each other's surnames. During production, Picardo remarked, "My favorite Andy Dick story is this. About 3 or 4 days into shooting, he says to me, 'So your name is Picardo. It's so close to Captain Picard. Do you get teased a lot about that?' And I said, 'So your name is Andy Dick, and you're going to make fun of mine?' So he laughed. Apparently he has a sense of humor. I don't think you can grow up with a name like that and not have a healthy sense of humor," said Picardo. Hey, thank you for watching the history of Star Trek. Special thanks to Memory Alpha and all contributors for all information you heard today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you can. If you have, thank you. And have a nice day. Bye-bye.